Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Guys, today we're going to be talking about Mr. Mark Shields. Yes, you all know who he is. He made a comment on Twitter in the last few days regarding the public discussion, national discussion, perhaps even the international discussion about the dual citizenship controversy, constitutional dilemma that is happening in Jamaica, where the opposition leader of Jamaica, Mark Golding, is trying to seize power with his dual loyalty, dual allegiance to another country, which is in violation of our Constitution of Jamaica. We have tested this in our court system in Jamaica before. This has been tested in various jurisdictions within the Commonwealth. So this is not the first time we're seeing this. But Mr. Mark Shields made a comment, guys, which I don't know. I sense it's giving Mark Golding. It's giving sense of entitlement. It's giving white supremacy. It's giving colonial behavior. It's giving some very negative stuff that I don't like, and therefore I have to talk about it. So here's what he said on Twitter. This whole dual nationality issue is a complete load of bullocks. Did you know the UK Prime Minister can have dual nationality? There's no specific legal requirement that the PM must solely hold British citizenship. The eligibility criteria for MPs does not prohibit dual nationality. This anti-dual nationality group, who's that group? I don't know, needs to get over itself and focus on issues that really matter. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Mark Shields. First of all, this whole dual nationality issue is not complete bullocks. It's not a total bullocks like you put it. It is a real thing. It is a national discussion which is in violation of our Constitution. We don't care what you do in the UK. You are not in the UK. You are in Jamaica, and we do have a constitution that governs our country. They say you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. You're in Jamaica, we have a constitution. We can't just come to UK and do as we please. You are in Jamaica, we have a constitution. We are governed by a constitution. We don't care what the legal requirement in the UK says. Or in Britain. We don't care what it says about what your criteria are. It doesn't matter to us. We are not there. You are in Jamaica. We are talking about the Jamaica Parliament. There is no anti-dual nationality group. There's no such thing. Have you read our Constitution, Mr. Mark Shields? Maybe you should. I mean, you're coming to Jamaica with this sense of entitlement like your fellow countryman, Mark Golding. What's that all about? He took the oath in our parliament to respect our Constitution and uphold our Constitution. I don't understand some of you people. You come to Jamaica and you marry our beautiful women, but you don't respect our country. You publicly undermine our Constitution. Sure, you're entitled to your freedom of speech, but how dare you? How dare you? Then you make this comparison to your own country, which doesn't apply to our parliament. It's ridiculous. In case no one told you, we have already tested this in our courts in Jamaica, and this one didn't go to the Privy Council. Our parliamentarians simply respected our decision in our courts, which was in keeping with our Constitution, that they were in violation. Mr. Mark Shields, there is our Constitution. You cannot be in our parliament with dual allegiance, obedience, or adherence to a foreign power or a foreign state. That is our constitution. So I advise you to please go and read it before you start making these ridiculous comments and being so dismissive of Jamaica. This is the Australian Parliament. What did you have to say about Australia, a Commonwealth country, when 17 of its politicians were booted or had to resign when they came in violation of their section 44 of their constitution, which says pretty much the same thing. You cannot have dual allegiance. Not even to countries like your own, England. Some of them had dual allegiance in England. What did you have to say about that? Did you get on the public platform Twitter or X and say that Australia is ridiculous for doing that? Did you? I don't know. Tell us. There's something about you Englishmen. I don't like to broad brush people. But so far, as I'm paying attention to your attitudes and your behavior, there in Jamaica, you and Mark Golding, you share the same characteristics, same traits of being dismissive toward Jamaica, toward our rules and our policies and things like that, which you don't come out and say these things about your own country. But you're always so quick to get on public platforms and demean and denigrate Jamaica. How dare you? You guys should be called out. Like Australia, we in Jamaica reserve the right to protect our constitution and to make sure that our lawmakers are in keeping with our constitution. You made the comparison to your own country, to Britain. Why didn't you make the comparison to the United States? In the United States, you can't even be president unless you are born there. So, what is it? Why do you make the comparison to your own country? I think it's because you still feel like England has a big stick over Jamaica and that Jamaica should still crawl on its knees underneath Britain. No, sir, it does not work that way. We declared our independence in 1962. And right now, we are going full speed ahead with full and complete independence from UNO. And this is why Jamaica must go ahead with their republic and become totally and fully independent, because these people with their attitudes, it's as if we're still their child. No, we're not your child. We have a mind of our own. We have a constitution. And your fellow countryman, Mark Golding, and anybody else in our parliament with dual allegiance, loyalty, adherence to a foreign state or a foreign power, whether to Britain, America, wherever, they are in violation of our constitution, sir. That is how it works down there in Jamaica. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry to tell you, but we have tested this before, and just like the other people them in the country, the black people them, yes, just like how when it was tested on them, they had to respect it. Your fellow countryman shall do the same. Honestly, guys, this argument about people and supremacy and racial tension, it makes me cringe. It makes me so uncomfortable. I don't like having that conversation. But when you see people like Mark Shields and Mark Golding rearing their heads, you have to speak and you have to let them know that you see what they are and what they're doing. They are a part of our colonial past that we must get over and put behind us. Take our place in our country and in the world. We are Jamaica. And as Jamaicans, we can't just go in Britain and do what we want or tell them that whatever rules are in their House of Parliament and whatever rules govern their country, it's not right and it's bullocks and it's foolishness. No, we are not that arrogant because we are raised different from these people. They move through the world with that sense of entitlement that defined them from the beginning of time. Yes. To my true, authentic, real patriotic Jamaican people, You see, if we don't respect our country, no one else will. We need to stand up on what we are about, and anybody who comes into our country, they must come there with an understanding that this is who we are. And if you don't like it, don't come. But don't you dare go out there and speak publicly as if you are undermining our very constitution and as if we don't have legitimate concerns as a country about anyone with dual loyalty that would want to represent our country. There are lots of conflicts of interest, and that is why our constitution is the way it is. Anyway, guys, keep it locked here to Jamaica Politics, where you get all your political news, reviews, and updates from outer Jamaica. Make sure you are subscribed and you have your notification on, and you are sharing our content with your friends. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Jamaica land, we